Good evening. There's a famous saying by Nelson Mandela that we must remember to celebrate milestones as we prepare for the road ahead. Eminent English author G.B. Stern had also stated, silent gratitude isn't much use to anyone. So instead of remaining silent, we've gathered here today to commemorate our long-serving employees and express our gratitude for their 25 years of dedication, commitment, and loyalty, which has in turn shaped and contributed highly towards our esteemed institution. Namaskar, warm greetings, and welcome. The High Court of Orissa welcomes you all to the Odisha Judicial Academy, Cuttack, for the felicitation of the employees of the High Court of Orissa having completed 25 years of service. On behalf of High Court of Orissa, Cuttack, I, Sukanya Satpathy, welcome you all to this program. With immense pleasure and gratitude, it is my honor to welcome Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, and all the Honorable Judges of the High Court of Orissa, and we thank them for their gracious and benign presence in today's program. We also welcome the esteemed members of the Registry of High Court of Orissa, the esteemed officers of the Odisha Judicial Academy, the employees of the High Court of Orissa, members of the print and electronic media, and everyone else present here. May I now request Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, and all the Honorable Judges of High Court of Orissa present here to kindly adorn the dais. And I also request the esteemed members of the Registry, High Court of Orissa, to kindly conduct their lordships and her ladyship to the dais. Thank you. May I kindly request the esteemed Chair, Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, to kindly declare this event as open. Thank you. Moving on, I now request the esteemed Registrar General, High Court of Orissa, Shri Chittaranjan Das, to kindly present the welcome address in this august gathering.
A very good evening. Namaskar to everybody. Every family has a head that looks after the well-being of the family and ensures that everyone at home is celebrated for their achievements. In the same way, the High Court of Orissa, under the able leadership of Dr. Justice S. Mullidhar. For the first time in the history of High Court of Orissa, after a period of 73 years of establishment of this august institution, is going to introduce two schemes beneficial for the employees. I am prompted to say a few words with respect to the thought that went behind the introduction of these two novel schemes. Dr. Justice S. Mullidhar has a great passion to work and a vision to work with utmost efficacy. This vision is not just confined to the judicial work, but also encompasses improving the present working environment. It must be something insinuating in his blood, as he has been a highly successful and participative leader. He engages with him, his colleagues, officers, and employees in every prospective deal, accepts all the insightful ideas from them, and implements those that seem viable. I can certainly vouch on the fact that the word impossible does not exist in his dictionary. It is probably because transparency is his forte and discipline and orderliness are his yardsticks. In every institution, the question as to being a good or bad worker hardly matters, because ultimately what matters are our own introspections as to how we enrich the institution and carry along with us a bouquet of cherished memories. The institution where we serve is called the Temple of Justice, and therefore it's quite obvious that all these servitors engaged should reciprocate a gesture that would ensure a good working environment and keep them motivated to meet the quality that is expected of them. It's again because the word justice is not only confined to delivering orders and judgments from courts, but is also inclusive of all its activities that are ancillary and incidental to it. As mentioned earlier, it is Dr. Justice S. Mullidhar who conceptualized the scheme of having a uniform for the officer and staff to incorporate a feeling of inclusiveness and equality amongst them. Uniformed attire also adds a certain dignity to the workplace. Secondly, his effort to felicitate the employees who have given 25 years precious time of their lives to this service is an epitome of his generosity and a splendid way of acknowledging the valuable contribution of such employees to the institution and expressing his well-deserved gratitude to such employees. I would take this opportunity to congratulate and thank all the employees who are to become the beneficiaries of this scheme by continuously to provide their dedicated service to this great institution. As quoted by Mr. Bill Owens, true leadership lies in guiding others to success, in ensuring that everyone is performing at their best, doing the work that they are placed to do and doing it well. Ever since the day of assuming the office of Chief Justice, we have experienced Dr. Justice Mullidhar has been just the exact kind of leader quoted above. Being a torchbearer, he is guiding us in performing our respective villages to the optimum level. With these words, I humbly welcome Dr. Justice S. Mullidhar to this momentous event, sir. It is also a matter of great honor for all of us to welcome the honorable judges present over here in person and to make this program a great success. I further welcome all the esteemed participants of this gracious event, more particularly the officers and staff to be felicitated, the presidents, the secretaries of different associations of this institution, my esteemed colleagues in the registry, the Director Odisha Judicial Academy, his team of officers, staff who have been kind enough to extend their valuable support to make this program possible. Finally, I welcome the members of print and electronic media. I would like to welcome each and everyone who has directly or indirectly contributed to this program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the gracious and warm welcome extended to everyone present here. The time has now come to honor and felicitate the cherished employees who have completed 25 years of service in the High Court of Orissa, Cuttack. This evening, as we honor your long service, we hope that this milestone serves as a milepost to encourage all others and serves as an inspiration to everyone. To begin with, may I request Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the following employees. Shri Manmat Kumar Swain, Shri Niranjan Shukla, Shri Priyadarshi Nayak, Shri Nirmalendu Ji, Shri Tarani Nayak, Shrimati Sufala Das, Shri Surya Narayan Parija, Shrimati Nibedita Mishra, Shri Jagannath Mahapatra, Ms. Agnya Shubhala Bhuya, Shri Shashil Kumar Das, Shrimati Mamta Paikre. Thank you, Madam. May I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Chittaranjan Das, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Prabhat Kumar Samal, Shri Jayanta Kumar Sen, Shri Bikram Sethi, Srimati Namita Behera, Shri Ramachandra Tudu, Shri Ashok Kumar Chaudhary. Please encourage everybody with a round of applause. Shri Gayadhar Samal, Shri Ashish Kumar Kar, Shri Akhil Kumar Dhar, Shri Samir Kumar Parida, Shri Ashok Kumar Behra, Shri Mahendra Kumar Rautray. Thank you, my lord. May I now request my lord Honorable Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sadangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Gyanaranjan Das, Shri Barenya Kumar Samal, Shri Ranjit Kumar Mohanty, Srimati Anjana Kar, Shri Pradipta Kumar Matnaik, Shri Santosh Kumar Sethi, Srimati Gitanjali Mukhi, Shri Kailash Chandra Barik, Shri Chitaranjan Das, Shri Mahesh Prasad Das, Shri Mrityunjay Das. Thank you, my lord. May I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Arindam Sinha, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Vijay Gopal Behra, Shri Subrat Ghosh, Shri Abhijit Kumar Mitra, Shri Trilochan Guru, Shri Onkar Nath Ghosh, Shri Naveen Kumar Parida, Shri Nityanand Behra, Shri Pitabas Das, Srimati Pratibha Sahu, Shri Suresh Chandra Barar, Shri Amya Kumar Mahanti. Thank you, my lord. May I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Biswanath Rath, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Pramod Kumar Sahu, Shri Ajit Kumar Datta, Shri Vijay Kumar Sahu, Srimati Suryakanti Mohanty, Shri Subhash Chandra Sahu, Shri Gangadhar Tare, Shri Chitaranjan Malik, Shri Sarat Kumar Janna, Srimati Nivedita Panda, Srimati Sanjukta Parida, Shri Lakshmidhar Mahapatra. Please keep clapping. Thank you, my lord. I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Sangam Kumar Sahu, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Dinabandhu Rath, Shri Bimal Chandra Sethi, Shri Nabakishore Naik, Shri Prasant Kumar Naik, Shri Chittaranjan Das, Shri Ashok Kumar Naik, Shri Prasant Kumar Behra, Shri Subhash Chandra Sar, Shri Kaliranjan Mahanti, Shri Dhirendra Kumar Mahapatra,
And next.
Shri Jyotiranjan Mahapatra. Thank you, my lord. I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Krishna Ram Mahapatra, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Manoranjan Kar, Shri Sunil Kumar Sahu, Shri Maheshwar Hansta, Srimati Mandakini Nayak, Shri Aswai Parida, Srimati Kanakalata Bhoi, Srimati Manjushri Behra, Shri Prabodh Kumar Sahu, Shri Pradipta Kumar Nayak, Shri Kulamani Debata, Shri Vidyadhar Behra, Shri Dhruvacharan Singh. Thank you, my lord. May I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Bibu Prasad Rautray, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Pramod Kumar Sahu, Shri Binay Kumar Behra, Shri Sukadev Raut, Shri Basudev Mahapatra, Shri Mohammad Ashadullah, Shri Sashir Kumar Rai, Shri Lakshmidhar Das, Shri Ramachandra Mishra, Shri Abhimanyu Biswal, Shri Balaram Sahu, Shri Sarat Kumar Devra, Shri Devendra Kumar Mahanti. Thank you, my lord. May I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Sanjeev Kumar Panigrahi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Kailash Chandra Mahapatra, Shri Mohan Kumar Biswal, Shri Devendra Kumar Biswal, Shri Sanjeev Sahu, Shri Umesh Chandra Sahu, Shri Madan Mohan Pati, Shri Prabhat Kumar Das, Shri Prabhas Kumar Malik, Shri Lakshmidhar Hazari, Shri Rajiv Lochan Janna, Shri Naseem Khan. Thank you, my lord. May I now request Her Ladyship, Honorable Miss Justice Savitri Rathore, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Badruddin Khan, Shri Ajay Kumar Ray, Shri Banabihari Raut, Shri Makkar Swain, Shri Madan Mohan Mahapatra, Shri Ranjit Pradhan, Shri Sankhali Charan Nayak, Shri Vaikuntha Chandra Khadanga, Shri Prabodh Das, Shri Suresh Chandra Sahu, Shri Prabhat Kumar Singh, Shri Suman Kumar Behra. Thank you, Your Ladyship. May I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Mruganta Sekhar Sahu, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Sankar Singh Behra, Shri Prabhat Kumar Behra, Shri Abhay Kumar Mahanti, Shri Ramakant Jenna, Shri Ravidaran Pradhan, Shri Ranjit Mahapatra, Shri Ramakanta Bhola, Shri Malay Kumar Malik, Shri Ashutosh Kundu, Shri Abhay Kumar Malik, Shri Asit Kumar Barik, Shri Purnachandra Sethi. Thank you, my lord. May I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Radhakrishna Patnaik, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Khirendra Kumar Nayak, Shri Daridra Bhanjan Nayak, Shri Tushar Kanta Das, Sheikh Bachchan Ali, Shri Viswambar Das, Shri Gagan Bihari Sahu, Shri Amulya Behra, Shri Vidyadhar Behra, Shri Babaji Charan Barik, Shri Golak Chandra Acharya, Shri Gopal Samal. Thank you, my lord. I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Sashikanta Mishra, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Navaghana Malik, Shri Sarat Chandra Behra, Shri Kapila Barik, Shri Sanjay Kumar Barik, Shri Gautam Pradhan, Sanjukta Sethi, Mohammad Rafiqul Rahman, Shri Chittaranjan Baithal, Shri Mahadev Malik, Shri Bhimsen Naik. Thank you, my lord. I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Aditya Kumar Mahapatra, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate the next group of employees. Shri Kamal Lochan Behru, Shri Karunakar Swain, Shri Sahadev Naik, Shri Narayan Malik, Jai Prakash Das, Shri Nabakishore Behra, Shri Narayan Samal, Shri Bipin Malik, Shri Surendranath Patra, Shri Gagan Samal, Shri Chitrasen Behra, and Shri Karunakar Behra. Thank you, my lord. Moving on, I now request the President of the High Court of Orissa Class 4 Employees Association, Sri Debendra Kumar Mahanti, to address the gathering.
शुभ संध्या माननीय श्रीयुक्त मुख्य विचारपति महोदय मंचासीन सम्मानीय सम्मानास्पद विचारपति मंडली रेजिस्ट्रार जनरल सर तथा अन्य उपपदस्थ अधिकारीगण उपस्थित भद्रव्यक्तिगण समस्त को देवेन्द्र महांती डायरिस्ट हार्दिक अभिनंदन जनाऊे। आज ऐतिहासिक अवसर में जड़े साक्षी होबार सौभाग्य लाभ कर निजर निजको धन्य मन करुचे। एमिति एक समय आसो बोली कल्पनान्वित थिला। दीर्घ 25 वर्ष रु अधिक दिन धरी हाईकोर्ट रे जो कार्य करी आसी सेवा प्रदान करी आसी ताहारको निज एक स्वीकृति मिलिथिबारु आमे अत्यंत आनंदर विषय। केवल मु नुहे कहीं समस्त भाई भौणी माने एथिपाई उत्सर्गित चाकरी आरंभ करिथांती यह अत्यंत गौरव और उल्लास विषय। सुतरां आज अपूर्व पूर्व क्षण जितेबले कि हाईकोर्टर इतिहास रे यह एक नूतन अध्याय सृष्टि करिछि। यही कार्यक्रम मुख्य बेनाणी माननीय मुख्य विचारपति को मोर कृतज्ञता सह वाणी को विराम देउछि। नमस्कार।
Thank you. I now request the President of High Court of Orissa Secretarial Officers Association, Sri Samir Kumar Parida, to address the gathering.
Revered Sir, Honorable the Chief Justice Odisha, Dr. S. Muralidhar, and the Honorable Judges of the Odisha High Court present on the dais, all the respected officers of the court, dignitaries, and all my dear colleagues present here. Namaste and good evening to all of you. First of all, from the core of my heart, I convey my deep gratitude, obligation, and thanks to Honorable the Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidhar Sir for felicitating me on my completion of 25 years of service in Odisha High Court. Thank you so much, sir. I am deeply obliged. In fact, just 10 days back, on 20th January, I completed 30 years of service, and there is yet another 6 years of service awaiting my superannuation. Really, I am feeling honored and delighted by this felicitation in the holy hands of Honorable the Chief Justice and other companion judges. I am also feeling highly honored, and I convey my hearty thanks to the Honorable Chief Justice for giving me opportunity as the President of Odisha High Court's Secretarial Officers Association to say a few words on this august occasion. Today we have congregated here for the noble cause of felicitations to the senior employees of the Odisha High Court who have already rendered and completed 25 years of service in the High Court. Admittedly, it's a great and a noble gesture of our present Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidhar Sir to felicitate 169 senior employees of our High Court, which is really exulting and awesome. To my knowledge, earlier this type of felicitations had never happened in our High Court during the tenure of any other Chief Justice. With immense respect from the core of my heart, as well as on behalf of the Odisha High Court's Secretarial Officers Association, I convey my deep gratitude and obligation to Honorable the Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidhar Sir. I salute with profound respect to such magnanimity and much appreciated dynamic works of the Honorable Chief Justice. I have seen many Chief Justices in Odisha High Court during my long career of service, but with due humility, I can say that for the first time, our High Court has now got an extraordinary, unique, dynamic, and brilliant visionary gentleman as the Chief Justice of Odisha High Court. His sweet dream to see the Odisha High Court as one of the best high courts in our country is really a matter of great appreciation and highly praiseworthy. His Lordship has been taking many popular and unique steps for the betterment and overall developments of our High Court since the date His Lordship joined as Chief Justice on 4th January 2021. In my पर्सनल ओपिनियन पिछले 10 साल में उड़ीसा हाई कोर्ट और सबऑर्डिनेट कोर्ट्स में जो सब डेवलपमेंट और वर्क्स नहीं हो पाया था या बाकी रह गया था, हमारा प्रेजेंट चीफ जस्टिस साहब ने सिर्फ एक साल के अंदर में उन सब काम को कंप्लीट करवा के दिखा दिया कि इम्पॉसिबल वर्ड हैज नो मीनिंग in the dictionary of a karma yogi. That too, it has happened during this repeated resurgence of COVID lockdown shutdown period. From these things, we can feel and imagine how His Lordship deeply loves the people of our state as well as the whole of our state judiciary to do many more good things for it. Recently, I got a golden opportunity to work with His Lordship, my Lord Chief Justice, nearly about a year. In my opinion, really His Lordship is a karmayogi in true sense. He always very desperately loves to work hard without wasting even a minute of time for the betterment of all. Work is worship for him. I am falling short of words and don't find appropriate words to praise His Lordship in my limited knowledge of vocabulary. I wish and pray before the Almighty God, Lord Sri Jagannath Mahaprabhu, to keep His Lordship hale and hearty always. A staff, whether junior or senior, becomes memorable for an institution and remains in the heart of all forever by virtue of his or her working efficiency with sweet personality, good behaving, sincerity, punctuality, honesty, etc. And the successors of the institution always remember him or her accordingly. So senior employees should set some good and praiseworthy examples for our successor employees and junior colleagues to get them inspired and perform duties most sincerely, honestly, and diligently. I congratulate and convey my best wishes to all the senior brothers and sisters of this court who have been felicitated here today in the holy hands of honorable judges of the court for rendering and completing 25 years of service in Odisha High Court. Really, it's a proud moment for all of us. Getting felicitations is otherwise like vitamins to our body. In my opinion, it's like a boosting dose to get encouraged, inspired, and to remain psychologically fit to work better. Definitely, a staff gets more inspired and encouraged to perform more sincerely, honestly, and efficiently when he gets a felicitation from the highest authorities. Indeed, it's a unique and special feeling. Here, I will not hesitate to praise in a very clear tone that all the credits go to our President, Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidhar sir. This felicitation ceremony could have been possible for the first time in the history of Odisha High Court only due to the sweet gesture, extraordinary dreams, and dynamic visionary steps of the present Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidhar sir. Bidding farewell to the retired employees of the High Court by the present Chief Justice is also another milestone achieved for the first time in the history of this High Court. Furthermore, from today onwards, a new uniform dress code for all the employees of the High Court has also begun with the sweet and noble desire of Honorable the Chief Justice. I hope and wish that let such type of more and more noble activities for the welfare and betterment of the employees of the Odisha High Court continue to happen in the coming days in the holy hands of the present Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidhar sir. Also, I am deeply obliged and convey my hearty thanks to all the honorable judges for their gracious presence on the dais. Thank you so much, sir. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to all the officers of the registry for arranging such a beautiful function most efficiently and successfully on the instructions and active guidance of the Honorable Chief Justice. Thank you all once again. Namaste. Jai Jagannath.
Thank you. I now request the President of the High Court of Orissa Employees Association, Sri Jayant Kumar Sen, to address the gathering.
My Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, Dr. S. Muralidhar, our Chief Mentor, Guide and Guest of Honor of this function. Honorable Judges present in this occasion, respected Registrar General Sir, and dignitaries from the registry, all the staff of Odisha High Court and the Judicial Academy present here. A warm afternoon to you all. It is my proud privilege to be a witness of this historic function that recognized the contribution made by our staff members during their long association with the highest temple of justice of the state. It was beyond someone's imagination, and the happenings that we are witnessing during the last couple of months, I think, to be kind as the golden era in the history of High Court of Orissa. As a trusted lieutenant, on behalf of Odisha High Court Employees Association, I offer my salute of highest regard to my leader, Dr. S. Muralidhar, the Honorable Chief Justice, for his Lordship's path-breaking initiatives. There is no corner left in the court's premises which has escaped the eyes of reform and renovation of my Lord. My Lord lodged a decisive war against the hitherto jam-packed space of the building with his novel space management initiative, and the result is that we have released the fruit of an well-arranged office space and a clean and promising working environment. The mission of my Lord did not stop there. He engineered and instituted a state-of-art record room besides mediation and arbitration center. This horizontal arrangement of office facility along with space management of optimum standard has gave a fresh look to our office, and we are experiencing as if we are working in a new building. The renovation of second appeal section, list section, computer section and power unit are highly praiseworthy. Really, the words at my position are scanty. The position are scanty enough to express my gratitude for the work done by my Lord from every very day of his joining till date. My Lord did not stop there. His continuous strive to provide a decent work environment unveiled on the last foundation of deck of court by way of providing tea and snacks to all the staff members 2 times a day. Really, we are indebted to you, my Lord. In line with his sustained initiatives so as to enhance better convergence, unison and self-system, my Lord went further in the form of providing uniforms to all. My Lord, we are highly indebted to you for your enduring love for the staff working or retired here. It is for the first time in the history of Odisha High Court, my Lord has descended to facilitate its retired staff members. Staff at first initiative of my Lord finds a new manifestation today that we have never dreamed, that is giving recognition to the staff for rendering 25 years continuous service. My Lord, we are very much indebted to you for providing us food in terms of refreshment, clothes in forms of uniform. The last basic amenity that needs your kind intervention is solution of long pending issue of land matter, which will go a long way in proving us a shelter. My Lord, for the effort you have initiated, you will be ever remembered in our heart till the fag end of our life. Namaskar. Jai Jagannath.
Thank you. With profound respect, may I now request my Lord Honorable Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly address the gathering. My Lord, please.
जय जगन्नाथ। शुभ संध्या। आज महार्घ्य मुहूर्त सवारे उपस्थित थिबा ओडिशा उच्च न्यायालय मुख्य विचारपति डॉक्टर एस मुरलीधर महोदय एवं अन्यान्य विचारपति महोदय मंचासीन अछंती मंच उपरे तथा रजिस्ट्री समस्त ऑफिसर एवं मोर स्नेहर श्रद्धार समस्त कर्मचारी जो माने एठारे आज उपस्थित अछंती एवं जहां को आज उपढौकन एवं मानपत्र दे टैंकर कार्यशैली को उपस्थापित करा जायछि आवाना कागरे जे सेमाने जणे जणे उन्नत कर्मी जहां को पाई आमे आज गर्वित मत लगुची ये 5 सेकेंड नुह 5 मिनिट नुह 50 मिनिट नुह 50 दिन नुह ये 25 वर्ष केमती चली जाइए भितर एवं मु आपण मानु जहाँ को देखुची ये समस्त मोर निजर क्या आम जिते मुझे 1986 मसीह आसिले वकिलत करने हुए तो से किसी जन था किसी न थी पारती किंतु प्रत्येक मुह मोर खूब परिचित एवं समस्त को मु भल आम व्यक्तिगत भाव जानी एवं समस्त दुख सुख विषय मत किसी किसी जना अच्छी कई भाभी पारे जे मुझे अलग एवं साथी थी अच्छी एवं भविष्य में रही भावुची आपण मानकर शुभेच्छा एवं सदिच्छा आज मो स्थान आपण मान विपद कहबार सुजोग पाई आपण भावतु आम गोटे परिवार भितर अच्छे जो परिवार मुरबी होती आम मुख्य विचारपति एवं मुख्य विचारपति कार्यशैली मुख्य विचारपति लक्ष्य एवं मुख्य विचार आभिमुख्य को नहीं आम समस्त काम करुचे जहाँ को जो स्तर में जेपरी भाव कम दि जाइए से भाव में तार कार्य को सुचारू रूप परिचालित कर मोर दृढ़ विश्वास एवं यही दृढ़ विश्वास निश्चय आपण मानू प्रतिपादित कर आपण जन जड़े सत्यनिष्ठ कर्मी एवं आपणकर कार्य करिवार शैली आपण मानकर साधुता आपण मानकर जो कमिटमेंट रही से कमिटमेंट को आप प्रूव कर आपणकर कार्यशैली मध्य ए भितर अनेक मुख्य विचारपति आसी गले एवं अनेक मुख्यमंत्री विचारपति विभिन्न आभिमुख्य को आपण मैंने 25 वर्ष धरी सही सब काम कर चलते जिते जो मुख्य विचारपति आभिमुख्य को आपण मैंने फलप्रद कर सहयोग कर संस्था आपण मान बंची रही मोर आज मन हो रामचंद्र जिते सेतु बांधी से जो गुंडीचु मूषाटी तार बालीखंड नहीं झाड़ी से सेतु बंध साहाय्य करथिला तार प्रतीक स्वरूप से 3 आंगुठी तार पिठी पड़ी आज आप देखुं यही जो मानपत्र आप दि जाइए जो फेलिसिटी आप दि तार प्रतीक यहाँ आपण मैंने जड़े जड़े गुंडीची मूषा जो माने न्याय प्रदान शैली रे साहाय्य कर आमे जहाँ काम करुचु न करुचु एटा आपण मानकर उत्साह आपण मानकर श्रमदान फल आपण मानकर प्रत्येक आभिमुख्यर प्रतिफलित होता प्रत्येक मुहूर्तर कार्यशैली प्रतिबिंब मात्र तो मु कहबी आपण माने एपरी सहयोग करंतु एटा एई अध्याय अयमार मात्र आपण एटा आरंभ होईची हुए तो या मध्य जारी रहिबो एवं बाध्य करी आपण मानकर उत्तर पीढ़ी आपण मानक देखी निश्चय आगे चलिए सत्य पथरे निष्ठा पथरे एवं निष्ठार सहित कार्य करने प्रतिबद्धता प्रकाश करेंगे मोर एति मन हुए जे आपण मानकर जो सहयोग जो सहानुभूति जो कार्यशैली जो सहयोग से न्याय प्रदान में आमको अनेक साहाय्य करुच्ची जदि आपण माने साहाय्य न करते आम किसी कर पारते तेणु मोर मन हुए जे आपण मैंने था गोटे समय कहते आम स्ट्राइक करूँ तार किसी माने ना क्या स्ट्राइक मध्यम नुहे जे कौन सी जिनस को आप सहज हासिल करेंगे बरं आज आपण मैंने भावतु घर मुरबी ये बस आप जहाँ सुविधा असुविधा अच्छी मुरबी को जनइबे समय समय नहीं से समाधान करने चेष्टा करूँ आपण मानकर कौन दुधा प्रकाश करने उचित नुहे देखो जस्टिस डॉक्टर एस मुरलीधर जॉइन कर वर्षे मसे आज मसे पूरी କିନ୍ତୁ ତା ଭିତରେ ଅନେକ ଜିନିଷ ଆମେ କରି ଚାଲିଛୁ ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କର ପ୍ରମୋशन ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କର रिक्रुटमेंट प्रोसेस आपण मानकर इवन जॉनसन कहले टिफिन दबा प्रत्येक जिनस आम सब जागृत अच्छु एवं या आगे ना चेष्टा करूँ आम चेष्टा करुचु तो ता भितर आपण मानकर संपूर्ण सहयोग न रही आम न्याय प्रदान प्रणाली को ठीक बाटर आगे नहीं पारिबा नहीं एवं मुख्य विचारपति जो स्वप्न जो ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट इंडिया प्रथम हो एवं से साकार करने आपण मानकर उद्यम निहाती आवश्यक एवं ये उद्यम टाक आपण मैंने सफल करेंगे से मोर दृढ़ विश्वास कहीं ना ओडिशा गोटे वीर जाति ओडिशा ऐतिह्य रही ओडिशार परंपरा रही ओडिशार निजर गौरव रही गौरव को अतुट रखापी आपण निश्चय आगे आसवे मोर दृढ़ विश्वास एवं यही दृढ़ विश्वास नहीं आपण खाली अनुरोध करी जिते जो मुहूर्त आसूची से मुहूर्त को आम संभाली नवा एवं आमे निजे कार्य कर देखे नवा जे आमे किपरि अन्य मानठु अलग एवं आमे सर्वाग्रे रहिबा एवं इंडिया रे भारत आमे सर्वाग्रे नंबर 1 है कि प्रमाण करबा जे आमे होचु से वीर कलिंग जाति से वीर ऐतिह्य सहित आमे जड़ित एवं आमर जो परंपरा आमे सब परंपरा बजाय रखुचु एवं से परंपरा को लेकिन आमे आगे चलिबा तेणु आज महार्घ मुहूर्त में एति खाली कहबी जे मु आपन देखला परे मन मन एते खुशी होची तार कल्पना बाहर एवं मु भाबुची एई खुशी सबदिन बजाय रहू आपण माने खुशी रहंतु एवं आम मान को सहायता करंतु ए न्याय पथरे आगे जावा पाई एवं भविष्य रे आमे केमती और भलो करबा और भलो देखिबा और भलो करबा पे चेष्टा करबा से चेष्टाटा को जारी रहू धन्यवाद।
Thank you, my lord, for your kind words of appreciation and encouragement. Now, with humble gratitude, may I now request my Lord Honorable Shri Justice Chittaranjan Das, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly address the gathering. My lord, please.
मान्यवर मुख्य विचारपति महोदय, उपस्थित मोर अन्य विचारपति भाई माने, रजिस्ट्री अधिकारी वृंद, जुडिशियल एकेडमी अधिकारी वृंद, ग्रुप ए बी सी मोर स्टाफ भाई और भौणी माने एवं प्रिंट और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया रो सदस्यगण मु सब बड़े ओडुआरे पड़े मो कहबार न था कहतु कहते आम को भाषण देवा लोक आम काम शुणा कहला असुविधा किंतु जहा हो जिते माननीय मुख्य विचारपति आदेश देइचंदी तो कहवा को पड़ो ए मंच रे जेते प्रशंसा हो सारा माननीय मुख्य विचारपति मुझे आ प्रशंसा करी मुख्य विचारपति मत खराब भावे तो मु प्रशंसा करूँ जहाँ भल एवं भल भविष्य भी भल हेब भविष्य भल केमती हेब जदि आम भितर आमे निजे हृदबोध करवा जे जहाँ भी हेबा उचित आमर मंगल हेबा उचित तार स्वार्थ नुहे तार स्वार्थ नुहे आमर मंगल हेबा उचित समस्त ये हृदबोध जदि स्टाफ भितर रहे ताहले निश्चय इमती कार्य आगू जारी रहिबो। आपण माने भी देखिथिबे मु भी देखिछि जिमती पाग बदले चीफ जस्टिस बदलले पाग बदली जाए गोटे चीफ जस्टिस आसला गोटे काम कर दे गले आ गोटे चीफ जस्टिस आसिले ताकू पूरा उल्टे दे गले एमती हाईकोर्ट चले तो डॉक्टर मुरलीधर तांकर विजन अच्छी तांकर स्वप्न अच्छी तांकर एम्बिशन अच्छी गोटे काम करुचंदी काली से जीवे पुणी आ जड़े आसवे से हंडाटे उल्टी देवे सेटा असुविधा हम तो से कार्यर जो क्रियान्वयन से कार्य केमती लगी रहा आम स्टाफ पर निर्भर करे एवं आम मानवर विचारपति मान निर्भर करे जो माने कि परवर्ती मुख्य विचारपति कहे कि यही काम चली यही काम हेबा उचित ताहले जाई गोटे अनुष्ठान चलिबो आम मानकर गोटे आनुष्ठानिक मनोभाव रहिबा दरकार व्यक्तिगत मनोभाव नुहे आनुष्ठानिक मनोभाव रहिले मु चित्तरंजन दास जज आज अच्छी काली नथिबी किंतु अनुष्ठान रहिबो ता भितरे मोर कंट्रीब्यूशन किमा मोर बदनाम हो कि सुनाम हो कि जाओ गोटे गोड़ी कोणा मात्र 100 वर्ष भितर 200 वर्ष भितर गोटे गोड़ी कोणा मात्र तो जने चीफ जस्टिस जने जस्टिस जो माने आम आसुचु 15 वर्ष 16 वर्ष 20 वर्ष 22 वर्ष 24 वर्ष जिते भी चाकरी करू गोटे आनुष्ठानिक जीवन रे तार कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत कम से आनुष्ठानिक जीवन केतेबेले ठीक भाव चलो जदि मनोभाव आनुष्ठानिक रहिबो मनोभाव आनुष्ठानिक न रहिले किछि हो परिबोनी तो मनोभाव आनुष्ठानिक रखा हेले कौन करिया को पड़ियो प्रथम निज स्वार्थ छाड़िया को पड़ियो जे या को मु डेईकरी केमती प्रमोशन को पड़ेबी या को डेईकरी मु हेड क्लार्क हे जीवी ताकू डेईकरी मु आ कोन हे जीवी मु ग्रुप सी रु ग्रुप ए का थरे केमती हेबी ए जो मनोभाव स्टाफ मान भितर शत्रुता सृष्टि करे बिकरिंग सृष्टि करे एवं सेठू ग्रुप तैयारी हुए ग्रुप तैयारी हेबा परे सेतु नाना प्रकार सब असुया मनोभाव आसे सब प्रकार असुविधा हुए किंतु आम मुख्य विचारपति जस्टिस मुरलीधर जो सिस्टम टा धरी ट्रांसपेरेंसी प्रमोशन हो रिक्रुटमेंट हो जहा हो जदि से जिनस रोचे ताहले ये असुविधा हेब ना नहले सब प्रकार असुविधा सबुठी हेब तो आम आनुष्ठानिक मनोभाव रखा चीफ जस्टिस कौन कहवा आम काम करने आम कह चीफ जस्टिस तो अनुसार काम कर से जो मनोवृत्ति से जो आमर जदि मेरुदंड अच्छी बोली चीफ जस्टिस न जानवे ताहले आमको तो व्यवहार करेंगे मेरुदंड रहा उचित सिंह भाया गर्जा उचित ताहले परवर्ती चीफ जस्टिस जो मैंने आसवे जस्टिस मुरलीधर जहाँ करेंगे आम जदि बिलुआ भाया बसी मेरुदंड नथिला भाया हलुवा ताहले जे आसला हाथ में मारद एमती कहीं आमको निजे करवा आम काम करुचु आम कहार क्षति करूना आम अनुष्ठान काम करुचु अनुष्ठान मंगल पाई काम करुचु एवं आम हिसाब रे हाईकोर्ट चलो एटा दरकार विचारपति मैंने आम हिसाब रे चलिए विचारपति मैंने कौन आमको ये करेंगे तो विचारपति मान यही मनोवृत्ति रहा दरकार जे विचारपति नुहे से होती गोटे अनुष्ठान अंग मात्र एवं से चीफ जस्टिस को बतेबे कौन हिसाब रे काम हम जहाँ भी काम वर्ष भितर एटा कौन दिन भितर ना ता पूर्व होता मूलदुआ जड़े पकई चारिटा इटा जड़े थोई छात जड़े पकई लिंटेल जड़े पकई आउ जड़े आसिक रंग दे तो एमती हुए अनुष्ठानिक काम तो अनुष्ठान काम करने गोटे पीढ़ी नुहे पीढ़ी तर पीढ़ी आम खटिया को पड़ो आम आमर हृदय सफा रखा पड़ो एवं आमर जो माने ସିନିୟର ଆମର ଯେଉଁମାନେ ବିଚାରପତି ଆମେ ହେଲେ ଆମର ସିନିୟର ମୁଖ୍ୟ ବିଚାରପତି ହେଲେ ଆମର ମୁଖ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ସମ୍ମାନ ଦେବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ। ଆଉ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଷ୍ଟାଫରେ କଥା କଥାକେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରାଇକ୍, କଥା କଥାକେ ଘେରାଉ, କଥା କଥାକେ ଚିଫ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟିସ୍ ଘର ବାଟରେ ବସିବା, ଏସବୁ ଠିକ ନୁହେଁ। ଏ ଆଚରଣ ଆଦୌ ଠିକ ନୁହେଁ। ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ସିଧା କଥା କହେ, ଅପ୍ରିୟ କଥା କହେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଶାସ୍ତ୍ର ଲେଖା ଅଛି ନ ବ୍ରୁୟାତ୍ ଅପ୍ରିୟମ୍ ସତ୍ୟ। ମତେ କେହି ଭଲ ବୋଲନ୍ତୁ ଖରାପ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ମୋର କିଛି ଯାଏ ଆସେ ନାହିଁ। ମୁଁ କାହା ବାଡ଼ି ପଟେ ଘର କରିନାହିଁ। ମୋ ଘର ପଶ୍ଚିମ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ। ମତେ ଯଦି ରିଟାୟାର କଲା ପରେ ଯଦି ଶୋଧିବେ ବାଟରେ ଷ୍ଟାଫ ମାନେ, ମୁଁ ତ ପଳେଇବି ସେଆଡେ, ମୋର କଣ ଯାଉଛି, କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ। ତ ସେ କଥା ନୁହେଁ, ନ ବ୍ରୁୟାତ୍ ଅପ୍ରିୟମ୍ ସତ୍ୟ। ମୁଁ ଅପ୍ରିୟ ସତ୍ୟ କହୁଛି ଯେ ଆପଣ ଆମକୁ ମାନିକିରି ଚଳନ୍ତୁ। ଆପଣ ସୁବିଧା ଅସୁବିଧା ଯାହା ଅଛି ଆସନ୍ତୁ, ମୁଖ୍ୟ ବିଚାରପତିକୁ ନ କହନ୍ତୁ, ରେଜିଷ୍ଟ୍ରାରକୁ କହନ୍ତୁ। ରେଜିଷ୍ଟ୍ରାର ଯାଇକରି ମୁଖ୍ୟ ବିଚାରପତି କାନରେ ପକେଇବେ ଏବଂ ସେ କାମର ସମାଧାନ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ହେବ ନାହିଁ ବୋଲି କଥା ନାହିଁ, ହେବ। ଆମେ ଅଛୁ ଷ୍ଟାଫଙ୍କ ସୁବିଧା ପାଇଁ କ'ଣ କରିବା ଦରକାର, କୋଉ ହିସାବରେ ସୁବିଧା କରିବା ଦରକାର, ସେ ଜିନିଷ ଆମେ କରିବୁ। ଏବଂ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଏତିକି ପ୍ରତିଶ୍ରୁତି ଦେଇପାରେ ଯେ ଆମମାନଙ୍କ ତରଫରୁ କେବେ ବି ଷ୍ଟାଫଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କୌଣସି କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ହେଲେ ମୋର କୌଣସି ଜଜ୍ ଭାଇ କି ବିଚାରପତି ଭାଇ ସେଥିରେ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରତିବନ୍ଧକ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରିବେ ନାହିଁ, କିମ୍ବା ରେଜିଷ୍ଟ୍ରାରଙ୍କ କୌଣସି ଅଫିସର ପ୍ରତିବନ୍ଧକ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରିବେ ନାହିଁ। ସବୁବେଳେ ଆମେ ସମ୍ବେଦନଶୀଳ ଏବଂ ସମ୍ବେଦନଶୀଳ ରହିବୁ ମଧ୍ୟ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ଚାହୁଁଛୁ ଯେ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ହାଇକୋର୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ଶ୍ରେଷ୍ଠ ହାଇକୋର୍ଟ ହଉ, ଏଠିକାର ଷ୍ଟାଫ, ଏଠିକାର ଅଫିସର, ଏଠିକାର ବିଚାରପତି, ବିଚାର ପ୍ରକ୍ରିୟା ତ ସବୁବେଳେ ଉନ୍ନତ ଥିଲା। ଆପଣ ଦେଖି ଆସିବେ ଏଇଠି ଯୋଉ ଜୁରିଷ୍ଟ ମାନେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ୟାର ଯୋଉ ରିପୋର୍ଟେଡ କେସ୍ ଲ ହୁଏତ ବହୁତ କମ ଜାଗାରେ ଅଛି। ପଞ୍ଜାବ ହରିୟାଣାରେ ମର୍ଡର ବେଶୀ ହୁଏ ବୋଲି କ୍ରିମିନାଲ କେସ୍ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ହେଇଯାଏ ବୋଲି ସେ କ'ଣ ବଡ଼ ହାଇକୋର୍ଟ? ସେମିତି କିଛି ମାନେ ନାହିଁ। ଏଇଠି ବି ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ାଏ କେସ୍ ଅଛି ଯୋଉଟାକି ଆଜି ବି লিডিং কেস। ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ଯେ ଆପଣମାନେ ଆମକୁ ସହଯୋଗ କରନ୍ତୁ, ସହଯୋଗର ହାତ ବଢ଼ାନ୍ତୁ ଏବଂ ହାତକୁ ହାତ ଧରିକିରି ଚାଲିବା। ଏହା ହିଁ ମୋର ବକ୍ତବ୍ୟ। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ।
Thank you, my lord, for your kind words of commendation and for your inspiring words of wisdom. Moving on, it is now my utmost privilege to request Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, to kindly address the gathering and deliver the keynote address. My lord.
A very warm good evening. Pranam. My very dear colleagues, Justice Siyadas, Justice Sarangi, Justice Arindam Sinha, Justice Vishwanath Ratha, Justice Sahu, Justice Mahapatra, Justice Krishna Ram Mahapatra, Justice Vibhu Prasad Rautre, Justice Savitri Rathod, Justice Sashikant Mishra, Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi, Justice Patnaik, Justice Bringak Shekhar Sahu, Justice Aditya Kumar Mahapatra. I'm mentioning each of them because I stand here representing all of them, and my very dear officers of the registry, led ably by the Registrar General, Sri Chittaranjan Dash, and all the registrars present here, and their support officers, the assistant registrars, the deputy registrars, and all other officers, and my dear, dear employees. I do not know where to begin. It's such a happy moment for me. I have been dreaming about this for some time, but it has been made possible. So first of all, I want to thank not the employees who have completed 25 years, but first I want to thank their families. It is their families that we must thank the most. If today 169 employees who have completed 25 years of service are being felicitated, that is possible because they've had some support structures. It is their family, it is their friends, it is their close relatives, it is their parents, their gurus who showed them the path, showed them the values, instilled in them faith in themselves, faith in work, faith in institutions. As was rightly pointed out by both Justice Sarangi and Justice Siyadash, you are really the backbone of the High Court. And you carry in each of you what Justice Siyadash very beautifully put it, institutional memory. When he told you the next time a Chief Justice comes, please remind him, correct? This is not what you said. Please remind him what happened earlier. This is what we call as institutional memory. See, we are all birds of passage. We may come, we may go, and as was pointed out, our maximum tenure here will range between 15 and 20 years, maximum. But you people continue for a long time. You see several Chief Justices, you've seen several judges. When each of the ushers came up and were felicitated, beginning with Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi, I was thinking these ushers know more about judges than all of us sitting here know. They have seen more judges. These people who've been working as peons, as ushers, they have tremendous sense of perception, tremendous sense of observation. And they are very good judges of character. We are judges of cases, but they are judges of character. They've sized up each one of us. Within a few days, my usher knows what I like, what I don't like. My usher knows just from the tone, saab ka aaj mood kharab hai. So immediately he's the temperature taker, right? In the chamber. Temperature kya hai chamber mein? So the usher will first go and tell the secretary, aaj saab ka kuch bahut naraz hai. So everybody in the staff will be alerted by that one man, the usher. If the saab is very happy, the usher knows immediately. The saab doesn't talk to the usher. He simply says, हाँ, ये वहाँ रखो, मेरा गाउन लाना, मेरा कोट लाना. But no conversations, but he understands. Likewise, the chauffeurs, they're keepers of great secrets of judges. Better to ask, instead of asking us to write biographies of judges or even asking lawyers to write biographies of judges, if we ask the chauffeurs to write biographies of judges, it will be very interesting reading. But why does this institution survive? How does it take the confidence of the people? It is because they are keepers of secrets. Chauffeurs know that holders of lots of secrets because we live in a glass bubble. I keep telling every judge who joins, and I was told when I joined the High Court, sir, from a nicely secluded, protected space, you have come to now live in a glass chamber. Why do we call it glass chamber? Because we are visible to everyone. If today I had 1 spoon of sugar with my tea or 2, at least 10 people in my house know, and they are not my relatives. If I skipped my breakfast or had my breakfast, 10 people know. So the minute we become judges, we are holders of public office. We have tremendous privileges. We have tremendous power. We have a lot of responsibility. But we therefore are completely dependent for the loss of privacy on the people who work for us and work with us. They've given such dedicated service. In fact, today I was so honored to see the person who cooks for me get a shawl from one of my colleagues. This was a very proud moment for me. Really, today is the day of actually saying thank you, not just from me, from each of us on the stage and the judges who could not join us. From the bottom of each of our hearts, it is saying thank you to each one of you. Institutional memory was one purpose, saying thank you is another purpose, but continuity is very, very important. And you play a very major role in that. Continuity, not just for the institution, continuity for your kind of work. See, people who've put in 25 years of service have given the best years of their life to the institution. Literally, it's giving blood and sweat and tears for the institution. And not just you, each one of you, but like I said, your families. Many of you have probably gone very late home from work. Many of you have not seen your families for many days. I was told of this anecdote, probably in Odia it can be told better. A man who had to work so hard that he hardly got to see his children. When he was asked, how tall is your second child? He said, this tall. Because he had only seen the child sleeping. The child was sleeping when he left for work. The child was sleeping when he came back from work. So he'd never even seen his child stand because he was so dedicated to work. I'm sure today, when among the ones we felicitated, there have been some who've been working for us days and nights. I know from my offices, like today's kind of an event, I know how many of them have spent a sleepless night over it. Every time we open a new branch, a new refurbished branch in the High Court, some 2-3 officers working for me spent sleepless nights. But likewise, the staff, likewise, each one of you, you've spent sleepless nights. So this achievement, whatever you're praising me for doing 1 year, you have to pat yourselves on the back. You have to give yourself a big hand. And I want to join you in giving all of you a big hand. I want the younger employees to know that much of the work that happens in the High Court may be dreary, may be mundane, may be routine, but it is all for a purpose, for a larger purpose. This institution holds out the hope for the people of the country. We keep on seeing in the media, seeing in the public discourse how judiciary is such an important organ of the state. Judiciary is the one that protects people from excesses, from abuses, whether it's by a state actor or a non-state actor. It could be a case of domestic violence. It could be any situation where protection is needed for the resident in India, for a person in India. It is a judiciary that plays that very vital role. And it is not just about lawyers arguing cases and just deciding cases, but it is about that entire support structure working tirelessly to make that happen. So if the judiciary in Odisha today commands respect, which I believe it does, the credit goes to employees. I've always felt that this is the bare minimum that we can do for our employees. I think Shri Jayanta Sen spoke of the farewell functions for the employees that we've been holding once in 2 months. I'm going to request my senior colleagues, Justice Dash, Justice Saragi, Justice Ratha, to join me in the next function that we have. Because sir, this is the institutional memory you were talking about, so that we pass on the baton. It's like a relay race. You've all watched the relay race. It's like passing on the baton. I hand over the baton to the person who will come after me, but it will be a team of, that's why it's called a relay race with 4 people in a team. So the others who will form the team will tell the team leader, so this is the practice of this High Court. It's very important to have that continuity. Talking of games and events, all of you have seen in the Olympics, one very important event is the marathon race, correct? Why do we place that marathon race in a very special place? Because it requires patience, it requires endurance, it requires consistent hard work, it requires mental strength, not just physical strength. Each of the employees, 169 employees we felicitated today, is a marathon race runner. That is what is so special about each of these employees. They have given the best years of their life for the institution, and this is the institution's way of saying thank you to each one of them. I want to add a word about the women. Today, around 15 women who have completed 25 years of service were felicitated. There is an extra effort, both emotional and mental, apart from physical, that a woman has to, put in if she has to continue working for 25 continuous years in an institution. It is not easy. In fact, if we were to switch the roles, which many people say, many men would find it impossible to do what the women do. Women who work in any institution, whether in the public sector, private sector, whether with the state or with the high court or with the subordinate courts, they're all multitaskers. They have to get up early in the morning, have to cook all the meals, make the children ready for school, then come to work. Achha, achha. But I'm coming to the end of my speech. So the contribution of women is immense for them to be able to perform and to match their male counterparts. They have so many disadvantages, but they don't have any special advantages at the workplace. So this is another very special moment for the High Court as such, all of us sitting here, to say thank you to the women employees of the High Court for making that extra effort of giving the best years of your life for the institution. I was asked just now by Sukanya to speak in Hindi, but I think I've come to the end of my speech. शायद कोई और अनुवाद करेंगे मेरे भाषण को. मैं इतना तो कहना चाहता हूं कि बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सबका, और यही अच्छा काम करते रहना आप. आपका जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है बहुत बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, जो हमारे काम के लिए सिर्फ नहीं, इंस्टीट्यूशन के लिए और लोगों के लिए. तो यही अच्छा काम करते रहना. बधाई हो आपको. और आपको आपका एक रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूं कि आप घर जाके जब ये दिखाएंगे अपने परिवार को, ये कहना कि चीफ जस्टिस साहब ने बताया कि ये जो तोहफा है ये परिवार के लिए है, आपके लिए नहीं है. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for your constant encouragement, your unfaltering support, your kind words of appreciation, and your boundless dedication to the institution, which has served as an inspiration to us all. Now, may I humbly request the esteemed Registrar Judicial, Shri Suman Kumar Mishra, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Namaskar. Honorable Chief Justice Dr. S. Muralidhar, Honorable Judges adorning the dais, respected Registrar General and my colleagues in the registry, respected Director, Odisha Judicial Academy and his team of officers, presidents and office bearers of the three associations, and the special attraction of today's function, our valued colleagues for whom the function has been organized today. Today's function is really unique in the real sense of the term, and we are privileged to be part of it. Employees are our backbone, and their welfare is important for effective functioning of this great institution. Honorable Chief Justice and Honorable Judges have always believed on this ethos. Ever since Honorable Chief Justice has assumed office, he has been emphasizing on better working conditions for employees in terms of renovation of the infrastructure, arrangement of refreshment, their uniform, and many other things which are still to be executed. Implementation of such innovative ideas has been possible due to the constant persuasion of His Lordship. Sir, we are grateful to you for the concern you have shown for this institution and the people working here. We are grateful to Honorable Sri Justice Chittaranjan Das and Honorable Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sadangi for gracing this occasion with their kind presence and encouraging words. We are grateful to Honorable Justice Arindam Sinha, Honorable Justice Vishwanath Rath, Honorable Justice Sangam Kumar Sahu, Honorable Justice Krishnaram Mahapatra, Honorable Justice Bibu Prasad Rautray, Honorable Justice Sanjeev Kumar Panigrahi, Honorable Justice Savitri Ratho, Honorable Justice Mruganka Shekhar Sahu, Honorable Justice Radhakrishna Patnaik, Honorable Justice Sashikanta Mishra, Honorable Justice Aditya Kumar Mahapatra for sparing their valuable time for this function. Their Lordship's presence has encouraged us and added glory to this institution, to this function. We express gratitude to Honorable Justice Jaswant Singh, Honorable Justice Devabrata Das, Honorable Justice Vishwajit Mahanti, Honorable Justice Shatrughan Pujari. Though their Lordships could not be physically present today due to personal inconvenience, they have conveyed their warm wishes for today's function. We are thankful to Sri Samir Kumar Parida, President of the Secretarial Officers Association, Sri Jayant Kumar Sen, President of the Employees Association, and Sri Devendra Mahanti, President of the Class 4 Association, for speaking on this occasion so passionately. We thank respected Sri Manas Ranjan Barik, Director, Odisha Judicial Academy, for the active support rendered by him, his team of officers, and the staff of the Academy. We are thankful to the Central Project Coordinator and his team for the technical support in streaming this event through YouTube. We are especially thankful to our valued colleagues who have completed 25 years of service for their presence. This is an opportunity to acknowledge that this institution, this great institution, depends on them. We thank our support staff for making this function a success and all others who have contributed for it. We thank our sister, Ms. Sukanya Sarpati, for the time spared by her and presenting the event in a composed manner. We also thank the media personnel for being present here to cover the event. Now we are coming to the end of the event. May I seek permission of Honorable Chief Justice to declare the function closed. The function is declared closed. Namaskar.